from a biological standpoint as an organism's ability to respond to its environment, which is essentially awareness. And we talked about how, and I just want to go through this quickly as like a starting point, like a single-celled organism has its entire membrane, like the outside of the cell, as its, that's how it can interact with its environment. That is the where it can touch and feel and sense the environment. And it gets to a point where a cell can only get so big, and then it can no longer become more adapted. So the next stage of the evolution is to expand, is to merge with another cell, or like grow another cell, however it works, to become a multi-celled organism. So it'd be 2 cells. So then it's a bigger external surface that it has more opportunity to interact with its environment. And then from there, it goes up to 4, and it keeps getting more and more cells, so that over time, the organism becomes more and more complex, so that it has the ability to respond and interact with its environment more and more. It has more awareness. As the cells also grow and work together, has more life force energy. So there's more energy in that organism when it's got 4 cells, or it's got 8 cells, and then when it's just 1. Over time, they become more and more complex, and then, but they get to a point where it can only get so complex that different systems of cells, different organisms merge with other ones. So we got to the point where you have humans, where we have trillions of cells, and those cells break up into different systems in the body. You have your nervous system, your digestive system, your respiratory system. You have different organs, and they're all individual organisms within a greater organism. And as the organism, as the body, the human body is so much more complex than like a little amoeba or something like that, or even just less complex animals like a fruit fly or something like that along the spectrum. Even though our DNA is actually very similar to a fruit fly, we have significantly more consciousness. We mentioned before, everything is fractals. So also, like, the planet is very similar to the way the human body is set up, of multiple different systems that work together to create one organism. On the planet, you have different geological areas and ecosystems that all are interconnected and working together, and they're separate consciousnesses, and they make up the greater consciousness of the planet, which Earth is a living, breathing organism.
That's conscious.
That is conscious. And evolving.
Yes.
So Earth is evolving, and being living organisms that are a part of the system of Earth, and also, you know, individual people, but then we're also groups of people and the entire species. And there's all these different groups, and they all have consciousnesses. There's like a group consciousness. Mm-hmm. There's different fields of consciousness throughout the planet. And as the planet evolves, everything on it is evolving with it. But as we evolve, we also push the evolution of the planet.